Hello and welcome to Tabletalkers, Band of Iron. Everybody still has inspiration, so last time the group basically talked with a bunch of NPCs. Jodak went to some hidden area that it seems that his people, have been utilizing as a safe haven? Don't know. After seeing some weird things, Jodak went to go apparently have some sort of magical stuff done to him. And then, once that was over, he and Vashner were returned to Nightbringer. At which point in time, I'm going to go ahead and take the camera over. I'm gonna keep it on Jodak. Jodak, you're still a little bit dazed after your experience in the pod. And you are now back at Nightbringer. Vashner, you're also like right next to him.
How long was I out?
I think it was a couple hours.
It feels like longer.
Yeah.
Almost like 3 weeks.
Maybe.
Or so.
You have a headache.
Is this caused by Strake or just a headache caused by,
Probably by
acid?
the other one. If you had to take a guess.
It could be either at this point, and
Could
I
have both,
would not know. Is there anything else that needs to be done here today? You know of anything? I'm speaking to Vashner.
The mic's on.
Picking up. What do
Okay.
you think of the place? I haven't actually got a chance to explore at all. I want to know what your opinion is.
Which place?
The, I don't know how to describe it. Brain place. I don't think we have a name for it just yet.
Different. Very different.
See anything interesting or, out of the norm?
Out of my chair.
Completely change your worldview?
Take a shower.
I'm trying to remember everything.
It was a lot of weird gravity things. Probably the biggest
Don't
thing.
jump.
Yeah. You saw a lot of places where it looked like experiments were happening. You went to the lab where they took your blood to do who knows what with. There were the weird little sleeping pod, cottage, or netting, hammock things, nets. That's the word I'm looking for. There was also that place where it looked like captive humanoids, and then there was a crunch and a scream and nothing.
There's probably a lot of the place I don't want to see. And just don't jump. Ever. In there.
That's not fair.
You might
As
just
far as
fly
I
away.
know, my people are into some very weird things. Sometimes. I just remembered something I was supposed to do that I forgot to do until just now.
And what's that?
I never got my stoned Legend Lord. Because, it kept attacking people.
Not it.
Fortunately, Hidori went and bought me some, Legend Lore scrolls. I could try one. Just one question.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out a way to word it that does not sound bad. On the off chance that my stone attacks me, which I don't believe it will, on the off chance it does, is there a way to separate it from me? That you know of, without touching it? That you have available to you?
Dome.
I don't
I
suggest.
have a dome.
I really do not suggest that.
Why?
Activating your stone outside of a life-threatening combat is not
It's attacking you. Is that not life-threatening enough?
but it's not combat.
It's still
It might make a
life-threatening.
difference.
Okay, give me some fucking rope. I'm just gonna tie a rope around it. How's that? And then I'm just gonna yank it away.
It might not like that. And I'm probably not going to do this today. Or at least right now. Kind of a horrible headache. I'm just trying to make some small talk while we're walking. That's all.
I forgot. Why do you have a headache?
I am on note 25 for the bagman.
Bagman?
Don't worry about it.
Bagman that left an IOU saying he owed an item. Hmm. You know what it's like having your brain ripped out? Well, taken out. Well, having your brain touched.
I don't think so, and I'd rather not.
You don't have nerves in your brain, but it still feels uncomfortable. It's a very strange dichotomy.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine.
I'm so used to the...
So I went through a process that just can be boiled down to being intense touching and headache. At least that's the closest thing I can equate it to.
Above game note, you did get the finalized mechanics on that, right?
Unless you changed it from that last draft you gave me.
Okay.
Then, yes.
Making sure. If you did not tell me to change the draft I gave you, then what you have is what you have.
No. Okay. Yes. I forget my train of thought. I'm just making small talk.
Unless you want me to attack you with like random orcs, what happens is on you guys. Let's get started.
Have a thing that I can do that I kind of forgot about and currently cannot remember the name of. Something about prophecy.
Augury?
Augury? Augury. There we go. I was going to use augury, asking the question, it's a good idea to run a legend lore now on my soul stone.
You can ask whatever you want, just go ahead and cast the spell first before asking me directly.
I mean, it's using an ability. So, That was the process of using it.
Alright, so you
That was the question I was going to ask.
begin your communion and ask said question. There's no other way for me to do this. It's a wheel and woe.
You can just not give an answer.
I can
Just give
tell
us
you
nothing
it's
look
more
like you did
weighted
before.
on the wheel side. I'm tend to be nice.
Tend to be nice. What are you up to right now? Like, what do you have planned to do next?
To Vashnir.
Vashnir,
Wait, what's that?
do you have any plans for next, I don't know, half an hour, 2 hour ish?
If you need me, I can help out.
I just wanted you to come watch over me. Just be sure nothing goes wrong. You know, like the last 2 times someone has messed with this.
Now, we talked beforehand about what it is you're gonna do. And then every time, without fail, you toss me a curveball.
I didn't plan this.
But what else am I going to do? This was that's the kind of the point of this, isn't it?
Of this particular thing, yeah, but the other stuff that was discussed
I
was
meant
not...
this campaign in general to throw you as many curveballs as possible. Make plans and then forget all about them.
Once you get into the spire, it's very straightforward. Once you get into the spire, it's very straightforward.
We'll just break down the walls. I want to go find an isolated area. Somewhere where there aren't too many people.
Okay, the event is winding down, but you know that somewhere in the actual, like, keep proper, you can probably find somewhere that isn't being attended to, some guest room or something. Other than that, you can go back to your ship, or your squid ship, or like, somewhere outside the city. Just off the top of my head.
Why not go outside the city? Be extra safe.
There is a forest not too far away.
How thick's the tree cover?
It's relatively well foliaged. It's far enough away to where, and like thickly forested enough. You can tell it was looked at with like a tactician in mind, to where it's a good resource, but not good enough for like an invading army to be able to make siege weapons from.
Oh, good to go. That's where I plan to be heading. If you have any complaints or want me to go somewhere else, that is up to you, Vashnir, Medina. Feel free to stop me.
I'm gonna see where this goes.
Gotta be double, extra, triple safe. Make sure no one gets attacked except for potentially Vashnir.
I ain't so good. I got my pokey stick.
Hey, what else is there to do except say I'm going to use legend lore on my soul stone.
Alright, you're gonna go find somewhere secluded in the woods, and you're going to use legend lore on this thing. Any amount of setup you're doing beforehand.
I feel the need to ask if I can use legend lore just as a brain. You know, outside of my body.
Scrolls, does the legend lore spell require a vocal component?
I don't know, and this is the scroll, so I also don't know if that factors into it.
I'm gonna say yes.
then that
Like,
means
I'm going to
no.
treat a scroll basically as a stored spell, but in order to perform it, you still have to perform it. It's just not taking from your energy reserves, it's taking from its.
Legend lore is. Yes, it requires a verb to perform it.
Then no, because brain has no mouth.
Risk the body. That's fine.
Ugh. I just thought of a brain with a mouth. And teeth. Didn't like it.
Cows, we're gonna eat. You don't have mouth and teeth. A jaw. But no, I don't have anything else to set up. I don't believe.
Bastion, you're still tying a rope around him.
I'm not gonna allow that.
You're not gonna let him get rope?
I was gonna let him get roped around stone.
Alright. That happening? Dean,
Oh, what's up? Sorry.
you're tying a rope around his stone.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that
I
is
can do
real.
that.
Gotcha. Anything else before he does this spell when a much lighter version puts someone in a fucking hospital?
I mean, the same spell put another person in a hospital and kind of knocked them out.
No, you didn't try Legend Lore on this one. You tried
Yeah, I did.
Identify.
No, someone else did Legend Lore when we got to a different place, and he straight up passed out, and I kind of ran away.
Was there any kind of warning something went wrong, or was it just glow funny?
In the instance that I remember, the individual began to necrotize.
Yep. Same for both.
Both of what?
Both times I tried to use some spell on this stone, the information.
I thought you only ever used any kind of spell on that stone once.
See, that's the boat
And that
I
was
was
your
in, but
mother.
he's saying it differently, so I don't know anymore.
I
Yeah,
could have sworn it
was
only
twice.
happened once.
When we got to the capital, Arik capital, I asked if there was anyone who knew Legend Lore. When I found someone, they used Legend Lore on it. Did not give me any information. They immediately passed out and started necrotizing.
I do
I
not
think
remember.
we're in
I have no memory of this.
You're kind of going around. You were kind of going around trying to use your token on something.
Like I said, I have no memory of this.
Just,
I don't even remember having a token.
tell me if there's any additional finalizations, and then you cast Spell. Also, where's Vashnier? Like, how far away?
How long is the rope?
How long of a rope do you want?
Go at least 30 feet.
Alright, so you're just... little rope tied around this... Gotcha. Alrighty, how long does the spell take to cast?
And minutes.
10 minutes. Okie dokie. You wait for Eric to change the music. And then you begin to cast this spell upon the little soul stone that you have. As the spell begins to come to its completeness, it begins to glow with its little off teal light that it has. And right at the end, as you are gazing upon it, you can see some sort of, the ethereal, bits of energy from the glow begin to condense into these almost tendril-like looking apparatus around it. Which then grapple onto your face.
Taking the rope.
Make
As soon as I see something come out of that fucking stone.
yeah, make a strength check.
Like, as soon as I see something like latching out, I'm just...
That's fine. I have to check something else. What?
Alright. Fucking...
But you're wrong
Yeah.
every time I try to spell it.
I haven't given you damage.
Damage?
But I haven't done that.
17.
Okay, 17. You yank on the rope, and as you yank on the rope, you find the spot that you have, tied around the stone, necrotized, and because the rope is made out of organic material, it broke.
Hmm. Look.
Okay. What does Vashnir do now, as this thing is latched on the Jodak's face? Jodak, you are incapacitated. And your mind is currently being overloaded. I will give more information as to exactly what's happening depending on his actions, because otherwise I'm telling two narratives at the same time and that'll get confusing.
Guess I'm gonna go try to run over and take it off his face.
Okay, you're going over there and you're trying to grab the tendrils.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna...
See if you can manage to connect, with the grappling thing.
Wait, is my stone doing anything? Well, this
Not
is
at the
going on.
moment. Not at the moment.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh. Oh, wow. That's an 8.
Okay, well, you reach your hands over there, you try to grab onto it, but instead it kind of ensnares one of your hands. In the process, you take, 33 poison damage.
I am resistant to poison, yay!
Jonah,
resistance.
No, I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't yours bypass natural resistance, Jodak?
I think so, actually.
You take
Please,
33
I can-
poison damage.
God damn it.
Because too many things resist poison.
Oh, yeah, that's why you did that. Nice. I'm pulling my... Okay. Just gonna talk to my stones. Okay, what the fuck's going on?
It doesn't communicate. This actually has to now turn into an initiative thing, so at this point in time, it's seeing you as a threat. Channeling. Take 26 more poison damage.
How much?
26.
Fuck.
Now it's your turn.
Fuck. This is bad.
Let's go find the soul stone stuff just to check and make sure it doesn't do that.
Okay, now it's a fight for my life. I'm gonna activate my stone.
Okay.
Because that hurt. That's a lot of damage.
It is. Mechanically, it still bypasses resistance, so the damage will be the same.
Fuck.
That's your bonus action. You're now in combat, technically. What's your plan?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Minutes, 3 minutes.
I will say, though, that as you activate yours, the glow from Jodax begins to glow even brighter. I will take this into account whenever it comes to other stuff later.
Just gonna, like, I guess I'm gonna start, like, somewhat, like, backing away and just have my shield raised.
You're trying to disengage from it. Make an acrobatics
Like,
or
not
athletics.
like running, just kind of like backing off.
Well, it's still got your arm grappled, so I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check
Hey,
to
no,
try
I
to
thought just like
finagle yourself out of there.
Let's go athletics.
Alright.
$18.
Okay, you wrench yourself free.
Do I see? Is it like decaying his face like it did the rope?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's not so bad. I have no fucking idea. Can I try to communicate with my stone?
Right now okay. There is a facet of these transformations that I haven't really gone into. While they are active, it's basically the only option is combat. Backing away was difficult enough, but now you have this overwhelming, like, gotta hit something. Got to have to release the pent up energy, otherwise something bad may happen.
Oh fuck. Yeah, fuck. I know I have this thing noted somewhere. Where is it?
You also can't end the thing early. You have to wait until you run out of charges. What you looking for?
I don't know. So I'm fighting against myself now too. Damn it.
Well, it's more a matter of gotta hit something. Like, you can send spears into the tree line. It doesn't. You just need to not have as much energy as you currently have.
Fuck it, I'll do that. Spear some trees.
Okay. Spears and trees.
Yeah.
Just gonna do that to burn off the rest of your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
You down a couple trees. Hope you feel good about yourself. You tree murdering monster.
Trees didn't do anything to you. They're just minding their own business.
Do that or hit you.
Or the stone, and I'm sure that'll go well. Alrighty. Storm eventually comes to an end. Anything else for Vashnir? The area has now become a bit of a frosty mess. And Jodak's still body horrored onto a stone.
Okay, this stone's gonna see me drop my shield and my weapon. Kind of get closer as I'm like.
Do whatever
try to
you
touch
want.
It. Just gonna go and try to touch it like that. Try to rip it off his face, just like touch it.
Okay. You're gonna go over there and...
It's got some sentience to it. It's like I have no. Put my shield down, put my spear down. Glaive. Maybe I could see what he sees. I don't know. Hold my stun on my other hand.
Yeah, I gotcha. Make a charisma
This is
check.
gonna hurt. What's my charisma at? Let's go. Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. You get nearer to it in a non-aggressive manner, and you see it get defensive, but it doesn't lash out at you. Like, you see a few of the tendrils, like, rear up and almost like a snake.
Snakes.
Yeah.
This fucking thing's creepy. It's like just inch my hands towards just a kind of like try to pet a wildcat kind of thing.
Good ancient thingy.
Oh,
You get slightly too close, and one of them impacts your hand. Take 10.
yeah.
Enough to really hurt somebody, but you'll be okay.
Is it just like stuck in my hand now?
No, it basically just did a quick little, like... Basically like a smack.
Okay. Okay, so I get the idea. I'm just gonna back off.
Alright.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay. Take watch. Meanwhile, while this is happening... Okay. Jodak, you remember when you first joined the collective, there was the endless cacophony of voices before you finally got it under control. They managed to like disconnect and phase it out. That is back, but it's worse, and whereas the first experience was all like fellow sentient beings, things you could understand, this one is a truly alien presence. And you just kind of feel it overtake you for a bit. After that's happened for a while, you kind of feel it subside and you can make yourself out again. And almost as though you're sitting in a void, you can just kind of hear in the back of your head all the just inhuman noises that this thing was making beforehand. It's almost at a whisper.
Now I'm hearing voices again. I wonder if it'll be transmitted if I, telekinetically connect to someone.
I think that we're slightly beyond the stage of hypotheticals. What are you doing now?
I'm trying to listen to what the voices are saying.
Okay, you attempt to understand. Make a charisma save followed by an intelligence check.
Charisma save.
Yeah.
Which is an 8.
Come on. Yeah.
Followed by an intelligence check.
Doesn't matter.
3, making it a 9.
Oh, it was a 6.
My dude.
I literally rolled a 5 and a 2.
Okay. So
Where are my dice? Where are my physical dice?
Okay. You attempt to decipher this thing, and as you reach toward it, it overtakes you and it sweeps you away again. You can't really feel the passage of time, but you know some time has passed, and you're reset to what you just were at before. Vashnir, I'll give a grand total of, like, time, or, okay, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to tell you when X amount of time has passed, or do you just want me to tell you after all the time has passed? Do you plan on interrupting this? And if so, is there, like, a deadline? Like, after X amount of time?
Interrupting this, because this thing will kill me if I keep trying to fuck with it.
Okay, so you're just gonna leave it alone until it's done?
Yeah.
Even if this goes, like, 6 hours? Like, is there a time cutoff where you're gonna try to do something or seek help or something?
I'll send Bartimus. Yeah, no, something's up.
Okay, so when are you going to contact help? After how
Give
much
it an
time?
hour.
Okay. In that case, you send Bartimus to go contact help. Who are they going for?
The party.
Okay.
Just gonna like round them up.
Understood. Bartimus is still the motorcycle shark, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, we're gonna go play with politics and get, settlement set up. Immediate, no. Play with body horror again. I twitch.
Hey, I said what I thought was the plan.
I
Leave me
thought
alone.
that was the plan, too.
I'm
makes
sorry.
I thought it'd be a quick little thing. Pop in, pop out, be done with.
You are an idiot.
I thought there might be one or two little complications here or there. It
You
might make it longer, but I didn't think it'd be too much.
are a moron.
It wouldn't have been that bad if you didn't roll a fucking 8. You're proficient in charisma saves, aren't you?
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, you got rogue first,
He-
so your dex and
He's
intelligence.
rogue first. Intelligence and dex.
I thought he was Ilriger first. That was just
No,
wrong.
I'm
I use my
Illigan
ogre
first.
stuff more often than my rogue stuff.
I know!
Actually, do I even use my rogue stuff anymore?
Yeah, I mean,
Except
psychic
for sneak attack.
dagger. Even then, that's just like 2d6, which is negligible. But, okay, party members around Rock Hollow. Bartimus is going over there and, I guess, shark emoting in your direction.
Ah, what the fuck? Oh god, it's Bartimus. Why the fuck do you still... Never mind, I don't...
Just tell me if someone doesn't come along.
I'm going. I'm bringing the goblin.
Okay.
Onward! Not that goblin, the other one.
Well, yes, that goblin too. They can both surf the shark. It'll
yes.
be rad.
Yeah, fair. Fair. I'm bringing Strig because I don't know what's happening and I don't want to risk it, so he's expendable. In my eyes.
Okay, well, as they're going back, give it back to Jodak. What is your intention at this time?
They tend to,
By that I mean, what do you try to do?
how to block out most of this noise. Just
Well-
quiet it down.
Well, that's already happened. That's how you've managed to
already
return
happened.
to this state. Or you can try something
Isn't it-
else.
An empty state where there's not much I can do except for trying to decipher whatever it's trying to tell me. Which was the purpose of the spell, I think.
Be specific
It's
here.
not like
Do you believe it
it's
is
not
trying
just-
to tell you something, or are you trying to communicate? Are you trying to listen, or are you trying to open up a pathway of communication?
once upon a time, I was told that my son was a bit more alive than the rest. So it may actually be capable of communication.
So you need to tell me.
So I would be trying to open up a pathway for communication.
Alright. That's a charisma save.
Charisma save. Physical dice.
3,
Go.
2, 1, go!
Cool. I have a natural 20 for a 23.
Woo!
Okay, that's not garbage. Intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Go. Great. I have a. I have to do math now. Great. That was intelligence check, not save. 19.
Alright. Those aren't garbage. Good job, physical dice.
Physical die might like me more. I should use them more often.
Well, I think that they might be fucking resentful. How long have you had them and you've only been rolling magical, non-physical dice?
Like 2 years, maybe 2.5 at this point. And they've just been sitting on my desk underneath my monitor all this time.
So they've been privy to you failing.
Yeah.
No one should roll that many nat ones. Mileage you got out of being a halfling is unreasonable.
I mean, to be fair,
5% chance each time.
He's nowhere near as bad as Will Wheaton.
5% chance.
Will Wheaton's still worse.
Alright.
People are afraid of him touching their dice, for fuck's sake.
I have inverse luck. I would like him to touch mine.
But they're bad? Or that they're good? Or to see if he can corrupt them?
Because traditionally unlucky things work out well for me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jodak, as you try to just understand this thing happening around you, it begins to almost be like the whispers are still whispers, they're still indistinct, but you can they kind of sound like language now, instead of grunting, groaning, and weird inhuman noises. It almost seems semi-coherent, but still disjointed and, coherent in it insofar as you can understand it, not that what it's saying makes sense.
I can understand that, and I understand the language it's speaking, but it's actually saying words. It's just disjointed.
At the very least, you
still whispers.
It doesn't seem like it's incomprehensible. It just seems like it's directionless. You kind of get the feeling that it's like listening, waiting.
Hello?
You
hear me?
Receive back the sensation of greetings. And then you basically get a bunch of different voices in any languages that you could think of just saying hello around you, like almost in a, just barely above a whisper state.
Hey, not what I was expecting. Hi, how are you? Who are you? What are you?
Those are 3 very difficult questions. Would you like to ask one in particular? Because you now hear a bunch of different things, all saying different things, and you really can't focus upon any one of them.
Hey, simple request. Got it.
He's singular.
Let's go with how first. So, how are you?
It comes back in a bunch of different ways, but they're all synonyms for basically doing okay, things are fine, at working capacity, things like that.
What is this place? Where am I? I'm asking you, Arik. I don't remember if you said I was floating in a void or not. That's what I was expecting.
You're in some sort of mental void realm-ish thing, is what you can gather.
Right then, might be rude, might not, but what are you exactly? kind of disembodied voice. It's rather have an image to go with it.
Ask this thing what it is. Alright. So you get back the idea of a larger being, a fragmentation, and then a collectivization of a bunch of individuals, and as it's doing that, it kind of begins to overwhelm your senses again. And then it tapers off.
Right, stop. To be honest, it's not what I was expecting.
I'm trying to give answers that might answer questions about being weird.
Say that one more time. You're not trying to give.
I'm trying to still answer questions in the capacity that this thing can without just giving it like a voice. That feels like cheating at this point.
Yeah. I was looking for just general information. But I don't know how to ask for just general information.
All I know is get out from over the table.
So, I'm just going to guess that you're whatever being is behind or part of or whatever of that soul stone I picked up.
That's a yes or no. You get an affirmative.
Cool. That's better. Yes or no questions. Those are hard to make.
Around about this time, the rest of the party has arrived in the forest clearing. You see evidence of icy destruction off in various directions.
I will go towards it.
It's relatively large swaths of the forest have been destroyed by ice. And then in the center there is Jodak with these tendrils emerging from his stone, like going into his face. And then the rest of them just kind of sitting there circling in a somewhat defensive manner.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That sounds a lot like not my problem.
And you didn't talk him out of it, Vashnir.
I wasn't expecting this.
Yep. Right.
Yeah,
His stone is entirely hostile.
I found that out the hard way. Show my hand.
You regenerate.
Oh. I'm pretty sure they can see like some goop on my armor.
Probably still some goop on your armor.
Point being, my dude, my guy, that there's no stopping that now.
I know, I've tried.
Yeah. Why are we here?
I didn't know what to do.
You thought we did?
No, just didn't know if you had an idea. I'm out.
Huh. I mean, the only thing I could think of is trying to teleport him away from it and not allow the stone to go with the teleport, but the stone is not sentient enough for that, more than likely. So it's an
Mechanically,
object.
it'll probably
and an
count as an
object-
object, which will go with.
That's what I was just about to say. It'll more than likely count as an object and go with him in the teleport, which will just get us attacked. So it's not gonna work on that part. I'm pretty sure like wizards have like this dome spell that's kind of like your dome, but it can allow certain things to not be in it. But like, I don't have that.
It seems like it just wants to. It's not hurting him. It just won't let anybody get close. Maybe it's communicating with him. I don't know.
I mean, we can watch it, and if it does start to try to hurt him or take him over, whatever, we can either kill him or kill it.
I've
Depending.
been looking at it for an hour. It's kind of just been like that.
Well, I'm sure it'll take all three of us to deal with it. And I brought backup just in case. I just kind of point at Strigg. So, if anything does go awry, I mean, there's us. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are going back into observing.
And if it begins to try to hurt him, or if he looks like he's about to get taken over and come at us, we're ready for it.
Back to observing, so back to Jodak.
Any chance you can just speak with a singular voice? Like, is there a leader among you? Or is it just a collective?
You get a cacophony of no.
Right. Okay. Simple questions then. Are you alive? Or are you just a remnant of voices?
Are you
Or
asking
consciousness?
multiple choice questions? You had a yes or no right there. Okay.
So are you
What's your
alive?
question? Okay, you get back in affirmative.
Do you have wants and desires? Just give me a yes or no. Wants and desires, yes or no,
Affirmative.
please. I want to ask what they are, but I don't want to ask at the same time. Are they... I forgot the word, but detrimental. Are they detrimental to what I want to do?
You get back a question. Like, it doesn't understand. Like, what do you mean?
Are you hostile to me and my people?
Negative.
Are they gonna hurt? And what exactly do you want?
You receive back a sensation of completeness and safety. All delivered through various whispering voices and whatnot that if I were to try to emulate, we'd be here all night.
All night. Several. That's not the word I meant to repeat. The completeness. What does that mean?
You begin to hear the cacophony of voices again.
Let me narrow that down. Are there other parts of you out there that you want me to
Affirmative.
go collect?
Negative.
You do not want me to collect them, but there are other parts of you.
If that was a question, affirmative.
That was a question. So you're seeking completeness, but not with your other parts? So completeness by yourself?
That's not a yes or no. You get the
No, it's
cacophony.
not. Did you used to be a god beast? Like the other stones?
There is, amongst the darkness, every now and then you'll just see one of these similar, like, tealish glow. There's just a sudden strike of purple, and then it is gone. Like, sudden and intense, and then immediately faded again.
Has that shown up at any point for the rest of this question?
No.
Either a topic I do not want to touch, or something I probably should not. Probably something I should elaborate on.
I don't remember what research it is you guys have done into these things. Has there been any mention of a consumed god?
No.
Well, then I won't speak on it.
Wait.
'Cause I know I've talked about it, but I don't know with who.
My brain is telling me the matriarch said something about it. That there was one that was like eaten by the goo or whatever the fuck. Because a lot of them just got imprisoned by the crystal. That's all I remember.
That's the problem with taking such long breaks. There is lore elements, but I don't ever remember with who I've talked with them about.
I'm fairly certain.
I don't remember if I had her say that in the beginning it landed in the area, this area was controlled by a thing, and that thing was consumed. I know I've told this story. I don't know who I've told it to.
I think you have told it to us. I think you have told it to us because the matriarch is the one who told us that story, and we just met the matriarch.
So then that tale comes to mind.
Before. Yeah.
And as that tale is coming to mind, you get flashes of a sense of like duty and order, and an overarching thing of like purple tinted lightning.
Like, I've not watched anything to do with the other people's group, so
Well, they haven't had a
I
session in a
would
minute,
not have
so
any memory of that.
I just know that I've said this before. But back to Jodak.
Sorry.
You get that thing I just said.
Feeling of duty and order.
Yes. Like controlled.
Order is the duty, or control? Control. Control?
Almost like an overwhelming presence of a perfectionist, just for like a moment.
I'm trying to take notes and ask questions. And I'm struggling.
It'll
to
be
do
a
both.
quick little 5-minute thing. Don't worry about it. Didn't need to mention it. Looked at session time, an hour in.
Has it been an hour already? Oh, whoops. Whoops. Is there anything else I need to ask?
Why are you asking me?
That's the question. Is there anything you tell me?
Hold on, what?
I'm asking yes or no questions, right?
But like, is your question, is there something else I need to ask?
No, my question is there anything else, anything you want to tell me?
It wants to tell you, this one, it feels conflicted. Like, there's not a consensus amongst it.
Feels like I should ask if there's anything it wants from me at the same time, because those are potentially two different things. So I will ask such a question as well.
Is there anything you want from me? You get an affirmative. And those same feelings of like completeness and safety begin to wash over you again.
Find the word. One question this entire time. I can't do it.
Just do what you got, and then I'll either respond or not, depending on if I'm able to.
I want to ask, what was the massive eye that we saw after we killed the Guardian?
You... As much as a cacophony of different voices can express a I/me is what you get. It comes off a lot like the I am Spartacus thing.
No, I am Spartacus.
Yes, exactly.
I know. That's why I did that.
Okay, because I didn't get the reference at first. Because that's been,
Because you don't watch movies.
bastardized by everything.
Was that even a movie? I thought that was a TV show.
Gladiator, I think.
Was that Gladiator? Oh shit, it was.
No, Gladiator.
It was.
What was it?
No. Maybe. I don't know. It's fine.
What are we talking
Doesn't
about?
matter. Doesn't matter right now.
Now, doesn't it want
Those are words.
words are words. It wants completeness. How can it be completed? How can you be completed?
You're asking how to complete it, and you get the feeling it's brushing you off.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Just last question. How do I get out of here? It's a void. There's no exits.
You get a feeling back that's basically, are you sure you wish to leave?
Oh.
What is the alternative? Yes.
God damn it.
That is a very open question.
Kind of is an open question. I can't just ask, what is your definition of leave?
Now it understands that you're talking about this current scenario. But it's more of a...
Leave the companionship of the stone. So that will be...
I don't think that's what it was wondering. Wasn't assuming that.
I wasn't assuming that.
But it's basically going, okay, you have to set up right now. This might be somewhat difficult to start up again. Are you sure that you're done here?
Not really, but I don't have many questions prepared because I didn't expect this. Is there an easier way to communicate with you again?
You get the idea that largely it's a negatory.
And I suppose this is fine. Have I accomplished my goal and asked the questions I needed? I asked if it was hostile to me or my people. people related to me. I've also asked all the questions I needed to ask. I think. So yes, I do want to leave.
Alright then. The area around you begins to dissolve and fade. Party, you see these tendrils leave his face and return to the stone. And Jodak, you're in the glade. As you look around, there's frost damage fucking everywhere. And the rest of the party has showed up for some reason.
Dory is mildly annoyed. Strigg has his weapon drawn.
What's going on?
God
Doesn't
damn
get
it, I
in
don't
your
get to
face.
kill him. Fuck!
I would prefer if you didn't kill me. That doesn't sound fun. And I'd rather
Well,
not
if you
have
get
to
taken
find
over by a
anybody.
hostile entity, it's kind of my job. That's a lie!
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I do not know one way or another, so I cannot question it. Why are you all here? A better question. Why is there ice everywhere? I thought it was pretty warm out.
Well, one of us probably activated their stone, and in doing so, had to, well, fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Fake Vashnier, got it. That doesn't explain the rest of it.
He called
I
for
think
backup.
The thing had tendrils, it latched onto your face. I tried to take it off, and it attacked me.
We thought you were either going to die and it was going to try to kill us, or it was going to take you over and you were going to try to kill us. So all of us here, we'd have won.
Questionable.
You're funny.
You know, all my abilities are, made to stop groups from doing stuff.
Yeah, so is his. And his, I'm pretty sure. And mine are tailor-made for a single target enemy. Hi.
That can attack once. But that's besides the point. No, I'm fine. I think. Still have all my limbs.
What did it do to you?
Nothing. I just talked to it. It was a little strange. To say the least.
Okay, do you know how long you were talking to it?
I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ish. Right? Took
Okay,
10
what
minutes
time
to
did you
cast the
start?
spell, so 20
Okay,
minutes total.
How light was it when he did this?
This is at the end of a pretty long day, so it'd be starting into evening. Now it's probably
Look at
just
this
dark.
I'm guessing it
point up.
wasn't 20 minutes.
No. Not even close.
Good
I
to
think
know.
I've been here for like an hour and a half.
That is mildly concerning. Not really.
I mean, that thing was attached to your face the whole time. So, you do that information with what you will.
It grabbed my hand.
Do you still have your hand? It looks like you do. Did you
If it-
lose your hand?
No. Probably could have.
It would have regrown back, I think. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Still good you didn't lose it. Well, thank you for coming. Everything is fine. Just had a little conversation, I think.
What did you learn?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's very little. I just asked a bunch of questions, really.
What is a little bit of this and a little bit of that?
I just asked a bunch of questions, really. So, I learned it's not hostile to us, for the most part. And I feel like I didn't write anything else down. Now that I think about it, there are several other things I should have asked.
Jodak, from the foliage, you're someone familiar whose name I cannot remember is going to land on your shoulder.
Savina.
Savina?
It was Savina.
They're just gonna peck you face once.
Something going on? Can you need me for something?
They're just gonna look around at the party and your lack of information from a very traumatic event from their perspective.
You make a fair point. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get my thoughts in order. It's been a long, long day. Say at the very least. Turns out the what's the name of that spell that I currently cannot remember the name of? Inspect? The other spell that was cast on this was completely right. Stone's a little bit different from yours. In that it is, as it says, alive. And can talk. With apparently many, many different voices. Most of the time I've been sitting here, I've just been trying not to be overwhelmed by all the voices around.
So, did you learn anything useful?
Not particularly. It didn't give me,
Huh.
like, I couldn't ask, I only could ask yes or no answers, really, without
Yes or no questions, you mean?
yes or no questions. You're right, questions, not answers.
Yeah.
Yes or no questions without being overwhelmed. So I could only really confirm or disconfirm, confirm things we already knew.
Yeah.
And it went with general feelings as well. Like it felt like it was saying hi before 1,000 voices said hi. Or it felt like it wanted safety, completeness, or whatever, something.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the stone is connected with you, so through that connection with you, it probably feels completed in some way. And it also is free of whatever the hell was binding it or dealing with it or whatever. I couldn't tell you what the fuck's going on there, but I mean, it makes sense. Pretty sure that would be all of what all of the old stones feel, to be honest. So,
Exactly. That's why I asked that question, to be particular. But I didn't get much more information than that. I don't think.
yeah.
So,
Mm.
at least we know that it's not going to get up and take over me and, attack everyone. Probably. I mean, we probably should, head back to town. It's kind of late.
More than likely for the best, yeah.
What happened to my rope?
I don't know.
Just looking around trying to find the rope. Is
Yeah,
it
it's no
attached
good.
to my face?
Yeah. No, the rope is attached to rock.
Just attached to rock attached to face, and rope is.
I hope the end of it.
It looks frayed
really.
and just desiccated.
Noted. It's kind of what happened to the last guy who tried to touch the stone. So I'm gonna keep this away from people. If you don't mind.
Wait, what?
You got nothing else to do out here in the forest. I hope you don't mind that we destroyed some trees, Leon.
It's okay, I guess.
You
Peon turns
see,
around, like sheds a singular tear.
as you are shedding that tear, you see a squirrel returning back to a place where a tree once was. Now just stands a stump that's been ripped apart and just subjected to the elements, sitting there, cheeks full of various edible things, and just staring at it.
I will walk
I'm gonna
over
go-
to the stump and cast plant growth.
The 8-hour version or the 1 minute version or some shit?
I don't know how much time do we have.
Much as
You have all
want.
day.
I'll set it for 8 hours.
Hell yeah.
Alright. He's tending to the forest.
Quick sidebar, turn out to not be so quick. This is fine.
What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Hey, I would like to commune with this thing that's ancient and has fucking accosted everyone else who's trying to look at it. Quick sidebar, 20 minutes. Be grateful that Vashio didn't go full combat mode.
Couldn't hit him.
Full combat mode, but I'm unable to defend myself.
Well, I don't think that he would have been attacking you, but he would have been attacking something that had your consciousness inside of it. He would have been playing Yormund from now on.
Drop all the Arik levels. Drop all the rogue. Take wizard.
Just fighter.
Fighter.
Fighter, wizard if you want, sure. That'd be
For
cool.
me, yeah.
Alright then. Theon's going to take care of the forest and I'll probably go to bed. Anybody else doing anything for the rest of the day?
As soon as 8 hours is up, Strig is fucking off. But other than that, no.
Anything before that guy fucks off.
For Strig, no. For Tadori, probably not.
It's more asking anybody else if they had anything to utilize the higher level character for. Looking over at Thaddeus, who, before game, had a big whatever about it. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. It had a big thing, and it came to the decision that I will have to wait.
All right.
Apparently, because I don't know anyone. And I don't talk to people.
We don't have anyone trustworthy enough to do what he's wanting to have done under his guidelines of trustworthy. So like, no. I wouldn't do that.
Just don't know if anyone trustworthy enough. So it's been a long day. I had a headache to begin with. That was a cost by several.
Headache's
I
gone
don't know
by the
how many voices.
You actually feel pretty good after that. As weird as that seems. It's almost like someone had approximately like 23 children's worth of energy absorbed from them. And then now you're feeling pretty good.
Fair enough. And I don't know what I want to go do. I was just gonna go to bed.
Partake in the nightlife of Rock Hollow. It is immediately past festival. Fuck if I know. Go bed. Everybody go bed.
I've taken up enough time. Everyone go to bed.
Once, twice. Everybody go bed.
Actually, I need to go take
I hate you.
matriarch
I
back
hate you
to
so
her.
much. Go on.
I'm
I'm
going to
taking
stab it.
matriarch back to the other place because she said she needed to be back by tomorrow.
And they appreciated it, and I don't want to do a scene because God knows you've had enough screen time.
Yes, I just was saying I need to go take her back.
You do
That's
so.
all.
It takes a couple hours, but you get it handled. It takes a couple hours for you, only like, let's not go into this.
I'm gonna stab him.
Is Valen part of that go back, or are you keeping him?
We gotta keep him.
I asked Valen if he wants to go back or not.
Well,
Ask
because I
Valen
don't
what he-
want to do a scene, because there's shit that needs to be done, and if we just do scenes, we will never leave this town. He basically, you get the feeling from him that he is going with the path of least resistance. So if you're telling for him to go, and just kind of sweeping the thing you talked about earlier under the rug, he'll go. If you're wanting him to be there for stuff, he'll agree to it.
He is staying here.
Up to you.
He is staying here.
Alright. You form a very eloquent argument. He stays there.
You need to stay here for training.
I mean, Valen, you're staying here. We got shit to do.
Very eloquent
okay.
argument. Short, sweet, to the point.
That thing that I am
Argue.
not.
Tall,
That's all my
sour, and
tasks
around the
done.
bush. Alrighty then. Nighttime. Sleep. Forest is doing a little better. I don't know exactly what the 8-hour version does, but I think that it makes things grow really well first time.
Everything within, I think, like a half mile or a mile grows rapidly.
Alright, you are going to royally piss off the fucking groundskeepers, but
Let me.
you get it taken care
I
of.
can pull it up real quick if you want.
I trust that that's enough.
Sure.
That is pretty much correct.
Alright.
Yeah.
It is now the next day.
I unplugged my fucking headphones.
We have a hard cutoff time of when today?
Preferably now, but I can keep going.
Well, now nothing started yet. I want to get something started and in motion so we don't have another.
Yeah,
What are
no,
we
I know.
doing? And then someone
Clearly.
decides for a quick 20-minute adventure, and then they have the entire session.
Hey, quick, 20 in and out, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And 4 hours later. Yeah. Ah!
I didn't know what to expect. Ah.
Cat flack.
Uh,
You know what? I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to strategize. I'm gonna go on break. I need to use the facilities. Figure shit out.
Okay, so get absolutely nothing done and then come back and you still have nothing done?
Yeah, that'll be the case, but
that
then I get
tracks.
to be mad about
That
it.
absolutely tracks.
I forgot to be right back on this screen. It's pinkish, purplish, that color. Cool. On Borderlands it's orange because Matt's DMing. Be back.
Hey. So, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
Motherfucker. Okay, you other two, you don't get to just sit there and be silent. I know we're all introverts, goddammit, but we need to do something, you fucks. Only one of you fuckers answered me.
But we have so many paths to choose from.
Yeah, and I kind of already thought we had figured this out.
We could go with that, but we had given the chance to change our minds and go with something else.
I mean, what
Okay,
else are
I
we
just-
gonna
Why
go
wouldn't
with?
we take that?
What's the argument for
already
going
know.
with something else?
We might not be up to scruff to go deal with whatever Balin's mission is, so we should
We're
go
not up to
train.
scruff. I can put out 400 damage a turn, and you can fucking slow them. And he has a dome that keeps us safe when we need it, and is constantly regenerating, and he has fire and a goddamn parasitic child. Really? We're not up to snuff?
Yeah,
That's
but
the
a weak
excuse you want to go
little
with?
mook
I mean,
member
Clearly,
has
we're not.
clone. So, if just a random mook has clone, what does the main fighting force have?
I mean, there isn't anything better than clone. I mean, there's simulacrum, but technically simulacrum can only affect you making the simulacrum, not a simulacrum making another simulacrum. It doesn't work that way. But simulacrum is just, oh cool, there are 2 big bads now instead of 1. Woo. And already it's been found out that Arik is not a proponent for big bads.
True, true.
And if you don't know, simulacrum is you take a bunch of snow, you put a gem in its chest, and it becomes you. Just as an FYI. It has half your hit points, all your spell slots, and can't regain spell slots. It is literally you with all of your abilities.
That sounds like not fun.
Yeah,
That sounds like a whole lot of fun.
if it's
If
you,
everyone has
it's not fun when it's used against you.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun.
Now, do keep in mind the simulacrum does start with no items whatsoever.
But back on topic, if the leader we're going to go face, whatever Balin stuff is comparable to, the Emperor and Valahan,
I
I'm
highly
not
doubt
going to be able
that.
to handle it.
I highly doubt that. highly doubt that the Emperor is anywhere near worth comparing things to. I think he is so far and beyond removed from the power scale of everything else. It's ridiculous. Like, there's no way in hell you can compare him to anything going on in Gnome Land. No way. They're not a martial type society. They're a money based society. Why would they do that? They just hire other people to do it for them. So what we're more than likely going to have to deal with is a lot of fucking people, because there's a lot of fucking mercenaries out there in the world. And that's going to be about all it is. In my mind. And I mean, the other thing is just, again, a lot of fucking people. But in this case, not really people, like half dead, half alive, weird amalgamation creature things in the life temple. Or life dungeon thing. So, like...
Technically the same either way. What you're saying?
Technically the same either way. In my mind, it doesn't make sense for it to not be, you know? Because in a society based off how the gnomes are being run currently, why would they ever have any amount of martial prowess when they could just use money and hire shit tons of people? And the life dungeon creates a shit ton of things. So...
But they have a ton of money, which means they can hire a ton of people.
Yeah.
And enough money, they can hire some really strong people.
I don't think there's a lot of strong people out there besides us.
Probably not a lot, maybe one or two.
I return.
Because we're going to go.
We could absolutely take one or two.
something.
We could absolutely take one or two, even if they're followed up by like 100. I fully believe that. Hi, how's it going, Eric?
Hello.
So, like, either way, that's number 1 and number 2 on our list, from what I remember. So, either way, it's more than likely going to end up the same. Just the life dungeon is just worse. Like, first level's fine, second level's fine, third level's fine, fifth level's okay, sixth level's okay, seventh level's okay, eighth level's meh, so on and so forth. It's only going to get much, much worse the deeper we go, and we have no way of knowing how far it goes because no one has ever completed a dungeon. And that's a mega dungeon, so we're gonna be there for a while. But it will give, me a power bump, possibly, and all of us a level up. Or 2, or 3, maybe, if we're lucky. If we just bum rush that. But we also need to deal with Valen stuff, because Valen stuff is very important too. And if it's a question of dealing with the gnomes with a lot of fucking people, let's go take over a couple more warbands, then we'll be fine.
Warbands does sound like the easiest of the several options.
I mean, yeah, but why take the easy route?
There's no reason to take the easy route.
We're not here to be easy. We're not working smart, we're working hard. So I say we just stick to the plan as it was. That's my 2 cents. Stick to the plan as it was. Help Valen, do that, then go help, and then go kick the shit out of the life dungeon, then grab more warband guys, then go kick the shit out of the fucking royals, then grab more warband guys and go to the hells. That's what I say.
Sounds good with me.
No complaints.
Medina?
Yes.
Medina! Fuck. I think Medina fell asleep. Oh, there you are. Hi. Do you have any complaints with what we were saying? If you heard it at all?
I'm good with it.
Then I think we have your answer, Eric.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to let you guys do it.
Valen's quest first. Life dungeon second.
Don't tell me. Just do it.
We're going. We're doing it.
Alright. So if we are good as everybody's back, I believe everybody's back and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that like a giant Rubik's Cube or something?
It's a normal Rubik's Cube, but yeah.
It's very loud.
Is it kicking in your ass or are you beating it up?
I'm learning how to solve one. My apologies.
I'm convinced
how
that
loud it
that's
was.
just a pattern and there's no actual puzzle solving involved.
I mean, yeah.
Because those people that do it insanely quickly or behind their backs or some shit, they're not looking at it and figuring out. They just have a pattern memorized, which makes it a lot less impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That said, though, I can't do it. I can't even solve it if I try. They are beyond my
Yeah.
comprehension.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm real good at pattern recognition. Not fucking those fuckers.
They're beyond me. Alrighty. So then, get rid of the be right back, and we are at tomorrow, today, which is now.
Hello. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna go get Vashnir.
Okay. Loading screen. You are at fashion.
Hey. Vashnir.
Yes. What's up?
How do you think we should approach the Valen stuff? Because we need to get that out of the way probably as soon as possible. Like in my mind, it's just okay, Valen, let's go. We're gonna go deal with the thing. That's what it is in my mind. And I don't think that's necessarily good per se. He didn't really respond well to me before, it seemed.
Maybe you can give us some insight on how to actually respond properly to this situation.
I mean, I have no idea. But like, I have some tact, but in situations like this, I don't really give a damn to use it. So, in my mind, like I said, it's just be blunt, go tell him, hey, we're doing this thing, let's go do the thing. Would you think we should do it a different way, or?
I'm trying to remember what his thing actually was.
I thought it was something with his sister and like their dad or something like that, and then like they're a big part of they're basically the people, like the ones who were fucking with his family were the people who did the thing with all the Dwarven realm and shit like that.
Yes, okay, I remember.
And it was a big to-do, and like the matriarch was saying, we may not want to worry with that at all because it may be like a political thing or something. I don't fucking know. Ugh. It's kind of weird.
Yes, let's not fuck with the thing that infected my home, our people, our neighbors.
Like they're the ones who allowed that to happen, like really started that process. So if they're powerful enough to damn near cripple an entire fucking country, lest we we're here to fend them off.
We are involved. I see. We should. Yeah.
So I think if they're that powerful, they need to be dealt with nigh on immediately. Lest they become a thorn in our side for the foreseeable future. So my brain is saying go for that first.
We can pay him a visit. Let's go get him.
Alright, hey, you do the talking. He responded well, better to you than he did me. He knows you more.
Time to go rally him up.
Somebody walked in and I had to not pay attention. I'm assuming that you're going to go to Valen now?
Yeah, we're gonna go grab Valen, and Vashnir's gonna do the talking because he responded better to Vashnir than he did me.
Okay, you go to where Valen has been put up for the night. It's one of the rooms inside the keep proper. They've got a full bed and they are a tiny gnome.
I'll knock on his door.
You get, like, grumbled, sleepy noises from the other end.
Here's Vashnia. Come in.
There is no response.
He has 5 seconds, Vashnir, to wake up. Then I'm kicking in the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna creak the door open. You got a minute?
Creak the door open, look inside. Valen's just inside this giant bed for him.
We're gonna be paying you a visit. Try to get the situation handled.
I think he's still asleep. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab two fucking pan lids, and I'm just gonna smash them together when I get back. Because he's still asleep. He hasn't woken up. You are talking to an asleep man.
You acquire your cookery and then you clatter your way back up and then smash, and there's an immediate surprise and the lump on the bed starts and freaks out for a couple seconds before sitting motionless again.
Are you awake?
Very disgruntled sounding "Mrr" from underneath the covers.
Wake up!
No.
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm just gonna nudge him a little bit. Hey, buddy.
Just a sigh. What is it?
We're gonna, for the next couple of days, we're gonna be traveling to get our situation handled. Situated.
What?
Trying to think of the words.
His situation, not our situation.
It's
What?
part of our problem too.
Well, it's still his situation.
Yeah, but you get where I'm going with.
Alright, I can give you the address where they should be.
He said we, Balin.
What?
We.
Oh. You just belch. Well, you're not running in there half-cocked or anything. You do know what it is that I'm very upset about and what it is that I would kind of like done.
No. We know that they're a problem and they need to be dealt with. We don't know exactly how you want to deal with it.
You know what? That's good enough for me.
See?
I mean, do you want them dead? Or do you want to take over? Or do you want somebody else to take over?
Just however it is you want to deal with problems, I want to wash my hands of it.
Fair.
What is the outcome that you want? That won't leave any.
I would like for them not to be able to make the decisions that led to the things that have happened again. However that is accomplished is largely out of my hands.
All right.
Hmm. Well. Let's go gather the rest and see what they think is.
Personal experience, they're very talkative. I imagine that once you get there, they'll just tell you whatever it is you're wanting them to talk to you about.
Hmm.
So if you wanting information for other things, that might be a great time. Knowing them though, they'll try to enter into a deal of some kind, especially with the amount of renown you lot have. It's not going to be straightforward. You know who it is you're going after, right? Or what it is that you know of things that they have done.
Yeah. We do.
Do
We
we?
can't let them do it. You did.
I don't remember if I know who the person is that started all this. I think Jodak mentioned his name or knew something about them, but I don't know.
Yes, therein lies the problem that I can't really speak of it, though.
Yeah, I'll go grab Jodak. I'll be back. It's fine. Meet me at tavern name.
And there's only one tavern in a town. It can just be called the tavern.
Cool, the tavern then. Meet me at the tavern. I didn't know there was only one. I thought there was multiple.
All right.
I'm gonna go grab Peon and Jodak, and then go back to the tavern.
You do so.
So, Jodak, again, explain to us who this individual is that we're about to go murder, maim, kill, I don't know, take over, I don't care.
You mean the one related to Valen?
Balin? Yeah, he's right there.
Hello.
Alright, his name is what he words are hard. Words are really hard. From what I ever heard, Valen said he wanted to go kill Filbert, who, as I know it, is the leader of the organization that Hilgar was a part of. All I know is that organization was sneaking things out of the Forbidden Zone, including the worms and things, the parasites that they probably were hired to plant over here in Diakov. I can't say I have any specific information about anything else they've done or about Filbert specifically. I know should be a. No, of course he's a gnome.
Well,
He can't talk about it, so he can't confirm if all that's correct.
Anything else you want to add? I say as I start reading Valen's thoughts.
Didn't we confirm that he can't even think about it?
Unless you already know about it.
Oh.
This is not Nima. This is Jodak.
Not to my immediate, but I'm also kind of tired, and this is a lot in a small amount of time.
Fair point.
Hmm.
Did you not want to go kill him yourself? Or did you just want him dead and gone?
Ruminating upon areas of revenge normally go some weird places I don't want to go into right now.
Hey, do you want to kill him and take his place?
Absolutely not.
Change the organization from the inside. Make it better.
I don't want to do that.
Fair. Do you know anybody that could, or would want, or would be willing?
Well, I was hoping my sister would, but that's not the case, so whatever it is that it is you lot are going to be doing is what's going to be happening.
Fuck. If we kill him, I have a sinking suspicion that it's going to create a massive power vacuum.
He is indeed a high-ranking aristocrat.
And power vacuums are never good, and it's also a bad look on us to just murderlize this motherfucker. Though, I personally don't give a damn about the negative reputation. I don't know if all of you are of the same mindset that I am. But, under that same guise, if we could find someone to take over the organization and continue the organization's power, whatever the fuck, but get rid of all the fucking proponents that are ignorant, like taking things out of a place lovingly named the Forbidden Zone and causing nearly the fall of an entire fucking species of people, then it would potentially be better for us in the long run. Am I wrong? But I don't know of anyone like that, do you? And I kind of gesture to everyone sitting at the table, save Valen, because he already put his 2 cents in. Would one of your brothers be willing to do it, Vashnir?
Could be possible. I have to run this by him.
That's very not their cup of tea.
Probably not.
Would one of the, I'll be nice. Would one of your associates be willing? Jodak?
Willing? Probably. Able? Probably not.
Peon? Anything?
I could put a plant.
You think he's thinking a plant. It's actually an agent.
I should have expected that.
And
Right.
a potted plant with a bow tie.
I mean,
And
he
a
could-
top hat.
I mean,
Hell
he could
yeah.
awaken it, and it's literally a sentient being. Because apparently druids fucking get awakened. Is there literally anyone that could do that? That would be capable of doing that? Taking it over and changing it from the inside? Or is it entirely pointless? I mean, I might know an imp that's really good at legalese. That's all I got, guys. And
Doesn't
that
sound like something Callahan would like, and Strake will want to do it. I'm probably sure, maybe, but someone like him might.
no,
want to
we're
do
not trusting the Death Goblin to change an organization for the better. No.
it. Hence why I don't want to trust anyone related to me.
Well, Callahan might know someone well suited for the job and might get a benefit out of it. I don't know. I'm just saying the fucking Death Goblin is probably not the best fit. Can you give him a call? I don't know how that shit works. I don't know.
But I kind of bothered him a couple times recently.
Yeah, but this is important. And I don't think he's gonna begrudge you an important request.
I mean, fair enough. I might as well send a message to Callahan asking if he wants to take over an organization.
You get one
I don't know if
back.
anyone
Further
has taken the
elaboration
organization.
required.
I was about to say, you get a message back, elaborate.
There's this guy I don't like that's the leader of an organization in Kingograd. I went to go kill him. But if I kill him, he might respawn, might come back with a clone, or leave a very big power gap.
We'll
in Kingograd
absolutely
to cause
leave a power
problems.
vacuum. Because we're gonna deal with his clones. Just as an FYI.
So you're more talking politics, and what you're wondering is if we have anyone that could potentially put their foot there, and then we back them.
Could you turn the bitch into a goo brain?
Essentially, yes.
That's the best I got, guys.
Well, that's a kidnap.
Turn him into a goo brain, and there's literally, he cannot defy us. Or at least Jodak.
No, he definitely could. People recover from that.
But would he?
Yes.
Why? Wouldn't Cap?
That's what
Wouldn't he?
Vilgar did. Vilgar recovered. So there's 2 people from this organization I want to go kill.
Well,
3 people from this
I'm not.
organization I want to go kill.
Wait. Hold on. I'm not talking about eating his brain. I'm talking about taking him to the place that we went to and making him one. Eating his brain is killing him, which is in turn how clone happens. Because clone happens when you die. Turning him into one is not death? I guess? I have no idea.
Good question, and something that needs to be tested at a later date.
Well, the point being, if he is one, would he be able to turn against you, or would Callahan see him turning against you and in that sense him and just go kill him? Like,
Yes, he would. Unless I'm saying something wrong, please correct me, Eric. Yes, he would be able to go against me. And if he dies, we have to deal with clones. Which would be the same process, probably.
fuck the clones. The clones are not the problem.
Phones are always a problem.
Man,
On that day, the heart of several thousand troopers broke.
million. Specifically 2 million.
And how many of their names do you remember?
They didn't have names, actually. They
Exactly.
had numbers. Oh. Well, did you get an answer back as to whether or not he could put somebody in the place of that dude? Or, like, what? Sorry, I kind of distracted you from writing your missive. My bad.
You asked for elaboration, so I elaborated.
And then you got back, well, that's more of a see if there's anyone in the area that we can put backing towards so that we can have a more puppeted thing instead of a direct, like, this person suddenly in charge.
Could you ask... How about asking if they can take it over? No, well, goddammit. Make the guy do a thing. That.
I transfer over such thoughts and ideas and opinions.
Not without someone realizing. Not in that position. As it's being described. Unless it's small time, which it doesn't sound like it is. Given you were worried about a power vacuum.
They could have destroyed the entire country of Diakov if they wanted to. And they just decided not to.
Balin, is there another noble that... Or another individual in general that would have the amount of whatever that could do that?
I'm sure there is, but,
Do you know them?
no.
Fuck. Fucking fuck.
You know what? The dog keeps going to turn out to be the most important person in that entire place. Should have killed him when I got the chance.
I hate everything.
Oh, since we have no direction, feels like we have to put it on hold until we can find someone to take his place.
Or
take his place,
or we go the political route and actually go find someone to take his place. Because putting shit on the back burner is never a good idea.
Not usually, no. But then we have to learn more about the organization that you can't really learn anything about.
Like I said for that, if you just go to them, they'll talk about it. They're very, oddly loose-lipped.
Probably because they're so confident in never being able to be touched.
Yeah, probably.
It's very common in the Hells. It is very common in the Hells.
How loose-lipped can they be when they sign a contract?
Well, they don't sign anything. They have other people sign things.
They'll more than likely, like Malin was saying earlier, they'll more than likely attempt to make us sign things because we are such experienced adventurers or whatever the fuck. But we never sign anything. We never write our name on any fucking... I don't give a shit if it's a napkin or a goddamn your own fucking finger. You don't write your name on any fucking thing. But if we want to learn more, I guess we should just go and ask. That sounds wrong, but it sounds so right at the same time. Is there someone that would be best to talk to? Like, can we just go right up to Filbert and
You can go
ask
right up
him?
to him.
Fucking Jesus. Oh my God. That's what we're doing. I think that's the best course of action. What do you say? Or what do you guys think?
Might as well.
I agree. Might as well.
Y'all ready for politics?
No.
Absolutely not.
It's
But
the only way to play with these guys.
We're gonna learn. This is going to be our stepping stone, because this is going to be this shit here is going to be what it's going to be. Is going to be very similar to fucking Hell's.
Not inaccurate.
It's going to be that. So this is our test phase
Basically,
to see how well that's going to go. Because if this doesn't go well, it's not going to be politics in the Hells. It's going to be let's trounce over everything in our way. Fuck them.
basically every other major power you guys have interacted with, you've gone from a point of like, we can offer a service, we can help you, and in exchange you see how useful we are. These guys, you're going from an opposition point, which means it's not going to be that easy.
Absolutely. This is literally exactly like how it's going to be in the Hells. 100%.
Except they may have some different ideas on communication.
Yeah.
I smell chicken.
Still.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
It's midnight and I'm smelling chicken. I'm confused. Kinda scared.
At this stage, I think our best bet is to just go talk to fucking Vilgar. Get whatever information we can from Vilgar. Not Vilgar. Filbert.
Filbert.
Sorry. Go talk to fucking Filbert. Get all the information we can, whatever that may or may not be. Just see what we can learn. This is gonna suck. Because I can't just stab it a few times in the chest and watch it fall over. Ugh.
Well, you probably can.
No, because it will solve nothing.
Make me feel better.
Well, I'll do that a few times then, if it'll make you feel better.
And we
If we're
won't
worried
be able
about
to talk to them.
No, I don't think they're gonna give a damn about us talking to them if I stab him. Because he's got clone. If he can just infinitely clone himself, then I don't think he's gonna care if 2 or 3 of him die.
Phones are expensive. And they're
I
kind of
know.
all about money over there. So you're just wasting him money.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you want to pay him for a clone.
Not really, but I'll worry about that when I get to that point. Okay?
Okay, well, I guess if you're moving on from here, how you getting there? Who all's going? Bringing an invasion force, gonna raise the city to the ground? No.
We're gonna raise the gnome fucking land to the fucking ground at this. I'm going to do the exact same thing my players are doing to my gnomes. Genocide.
You can't do that.
Like, that or cultural genocide. One of the two. I haven't decided. Arik?
Hi.
I'm trying to figure out how to frame this question.
What you want?
So I have the spell Sending.
Okay.
My father is on another plane.
Uh-huh.
So it has a chance to go through, because we've already had that thing. Would I know if he has the capabilities of sending me an imp?
No.
Damn it!
There is no active way between outside of intricate summoning things that are temporary in nature.
Okay, we gotta make a pit stop before we go. We need someone very proficient in legalese. And we're not gonna get that at the gnomes without paying an arm and a leg. Literally. Probably. So, I say we hop into the Hells for a moment. Nah, I don't want to do anything there yet. I don't think we're ready for that at all. And I kind of want to use the gnomes as a test phase to see if we're going to go political in the Hells or not.
You can't get there via boat.
Why not?
That's not
I
just
thought we
what you're
could.
trying. No.
Fuck.
major
thought
realms
we
like
could.
that are on the other side of the divide. You're only basically able to travel to similar material things.
Ah, damn it! I thought we could go to the fucking hells.
No, that's why the big ass permanent portals matter, and why those are
I-
active things.
fucking hate my life.
Does the boat know about Galadrius?
Yeah.
We go to Galadrius.
All right, I like your angle. I'm a little intrigued to see how you're planning on this going, but
Go to Galadrius, use the fire portal, find a way to get to my fucking father from there.
good luck, because that's the fire plane, not the life plane.
I fucking know, bitch, I know!
That's also like an entire mini adventure.
I know.
Do I know if my father has contacts in the fire plane? I don't know what the fuck I have and don't have, dude.
I don't really think that you were much on the political side of things back home.
Casting, sending. Fuck
Alright.
it.
Let me roll dice, see if your thing goes through. What's your message?
Father, do you have contacts in the fires area of hell? Of the hells. My bad.
Finish message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
This is unreal.
Please. 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 Please.
You get back a message.
Hey!
The message is... for what?
God damn it! Compose myself.
How many times can I do this? One fucking more? Cool. Or two fucking more. Cool. That's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. 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 We're good. We're good. Casting, sending.
Uh-huh.
Because I need someone extremely proficient in legalese. Need someone extremely proficient in legalese. And the fire plane is my best bet right now. And that's only 18. Send.
You wait.
And nothing.
There is nothing.
It's casting, sending. Please send your last message. It didn't go through.
You
Come
send it
on.
through. You get a reply. Now he sounds confused and says, for what? That time the point of failure was on your end.
See, I can't! I don't know these things!
I know.
I don't know these things!
I know.
Bashnir, is there anyone in this fucking city that makes scrolls?
Shit, will there be?
Scroll making's more of an arcanist type thing. There's really not any, like, arcane people in standard society in Diakov. There might be some in, like, the capital area. And
We're not going there.
that's about it.
Fuck it! I have 2 4th level slots. I will use them. I send my second message back to my father. using a 4th level slot.
Your second message is I need legalese.
And the fire
And-
plane is the only place I can get it.
Okay. My God, you get a message back. You get back. I'm sure any of them that are just walking around that town would be able to provide their services.
Okay, I have a plan, guys. Fucking 4 spell slots later. God damn it.
5% chance, but we keep landing on the same number. It's weird.
Shut the fuck up! Me and sending is just cursed. It just sucks. I can't use it in anybody's game. I can't use it in yours. I can't use it in my buddies. I can't use it anywhere. Anyway,
Maybe try contacting people who are on the same plane.
maybe suck a dick. maybe let my father be on the same plane, cunt.
That's the entire point of it is that they're not, though.
I know. Anyway. We need to go to Galadrius.
Alright.
Why?
Because Galadrius has a portal to the fire plane. We can go into the fire plane of the Hells, grab someone, because apparently any of them are proficient, very proficient in legalese, and can help us. Or just about any of them, I assume. And they can help us with any kind of contract that gets thrown our way, or any kind of bullshit political thing. We're going to have to pay an arm and a leg, because my father didn't give me contacts. He just told me, go find one. So, it's fine. We'll manage, but I think it would do us very good to have someone who knows legalese at the very least. Because I don't. I was not the political. I was never that political. And I can't get to my father and any of his entourage, so there's little chance there. So the best chance we have of finding someone that I would know would be the best is one of them. And the only way to go there is go to the fireplace, which is in Galadrius. And I'm assuming the ship knows where that is.
You want to
Makes
go to
sense.
the house, just pick up any old person.
Not any old person. Find someone who is proficient in legalese. Take them with us to deal with the gnomes. It should be an in and out 20-minute adventure. Yes, I know your in and outs are like 2 hours, but we'll be fine. It's literally finding someone who is basically a lawyer and then taking them with us to the gnomes. That's all it is. I'm not asking to do anything else. I just want someone. Hell, there may be someone in the town and we may not even have to go into the Hells. I don't know. But I think that is our best option. Because going anywhere without a fucking arrow notched is a bad idea. Especially in a situation where you have 100 bows pointed at you at the same time and all their arrows are fucking notched. See what I mean? And I do not trust anyone over there to not be working for Filbert. I just don't. And there's no way in hell I could sensibly think of, like, hey, let's get somebody who can help us over in the Gnome Lands, because the Gnome Lands are obviously going to know Gnome Law better than us. and better than someone from the Hells. But at least legalese will help. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. If we don't do it, we don't do it. I don't care.
I'm just dancing in the corner.
It's ultimately up to you, as you're the one who pilots the ship.
I do pilot the ship. I forgot about that. Yes,
Yeah, none of us can.
Well, you probably could. Oh, you're just going crazy. Maybe not.
Well, it was also kind of hinted at the fact that you were like kind of psychic-y, so if you're not kind of psychic-y, it doesn't really work well.
Accurate.
You could be kind of psychic-y.
You think of that orc strung up in the other ship.
I would rather not. I'm good. I'm good, you know? No psycher stuff for me today. I'm good.
Aww. Nothing.
Anyway, what do you say? Like, do we go to the Hells for quick in and out, grab a dude and get out if we even need to? Or do we just go head first into the fucking gnome bullshit?
Man, I didn't think I'd have to break out for loot again. It's been a while. Plus the architecture changed. It's currently winter. Understood.
Oh no, Jodak, we need a decision.
I guess, whatever. It's fine. If you believe you can trust whoever from
Well,
the Hells. I don't see
Devils
why they would
typically will
working on-
sign a contract that until whatever, they won't stab you in the back, from what I heard. So, I mean, there's that.
Can't they just sign a contract later to stab you in the back?
But that's contract reach around, and that's kind of like a death sentence where I come from. So, no? I'd assume. But anyway, doesn't matter.
What I've heard about
whenever you
Devils
guys
is
are stuck
very-
in the dungeon, it's gonna be such a different game.
It's gonna be better.
Say better.
We're not gonna have to deal with legalese, Eric.
You're choosing to.
Shut up. Anyway.
Questions will become, have we gone down this pathway and can we kill that thing?
Is there an easier question to answer than what are your outlooks on life?
Right.
Why should I work with you?
Right. Let's just go. Let's just go. If you're good with going to Galadrius and hitting up the fucking hell portal, I'm good. I think the town where it is called like Balut or something. I don't remember.
Guess I can go ask the navigator if it knows the place.
Hey, sounds good to me. I'm gonna get a stiff drink. I'll be here.
Time to have Time to go have another awkward conversation with the navigator.
Since you're for some reason just confirming whether or not it knows where Northern Galadrius is, it confirms that it does.
Cool. Not awkward at all.
Like, I'm just gonna breeze the fuck past that, because that's...
Don't need another 2 hours just asking random questions.
Good God.
About this question. In which case, I
I've
should
been
go
in the
back,
fucking bathroom since 10
confirm
o'clock.
that we do know the thing. Know the place.
Holy shit.
I should go check on them.
What? Did I say that out loud?
Yes.
Sorry. I just now noticed.
So, everybody's getting on a boat and you're going to Valud.
We're going to Balut. grabbing a devil guy who can help us with legalese, at least in the understanding of he doesn't need to know the specific laws necessarily, he just needs to understand legalese. If we get a guy who's proficient in current gnome law, it would be a godsend. But I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll look for it. And then once we find whatever we find, we're fucking off.
You know what? I think we should go to Attica first.
Why the fuck?
Because they're probably more proficient in, laws of this realm than, someone that's in the Hells.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be as proficient in legalese, specifically. Like, who better to make a contract be in our favor than a devil?
Someone who actually likes legal, politics.
So do
Just working in
devils.
politics because they want to work in politics.
I mean, devils do the same thing. That's all we fucking have down there besides killing each other. And the occasional fucking tourist.
Just saying, we're already seeing as devil worshippers. If we go to literally the Hells and come back to the
Everybody already knows we're going to the Hells. We're just gonna go in there and probably grab another one of me. Just another tiefling. It's not gonna be an actual fucking imp. Unless the imp is super fucking proficient in legalese, which they sometimes are.
If I do that, they will have a bow tie.
I'm fine with that.
Doubt it.
I am fine with it. You know I am.
Please tell me what the fuck's happening.
So, again, it's up to you. If we go to Attica, we can ask around. If we go to fucking Hells, we can ask around. Just make a decision.
I'm not going to make a decision. I don't make decisions.
Cool.
Decisions are hard.
Well, fuck it. My vote's the Hells. Fashionir? Hells or Attica?
Oh, the portal?
No, it's,
We need to find a lawyer to decipher lawyer speak.
yeah. His argument is Attica may have someone more proficient in current gnome law. My argument is I believe devils are more proficient in legalese at base.
Well, that was probably good.
Agent of Chaos Arik says, what about therapy?
Oh
Therapy hack! Hey, wait a
my
second.
god, she's busy. She's busy. She's busy. She is busy. She is busy. She is. She said she was. She said she couldn't stay very long for the festival. She said she was.
It might have been her excuse to get out.
I don't care. That's what she said. She said she was going to stay for like 2 days and help people with therapy.
So she should still be there.
Well, it has not been 2 days, and she's still helping people with therapy.
Just in a tent right over there.
God fucking damn it. No. No. We don't need therapy. Well, that's arguable. We don't need help with therapy. We need help with legalese.
He's a hag.
Shut up!
You said she's
You
not
fucking
a lawyer
performance
too.
of chaos, bitch! God damn it! I'm trying to get out of this damn shit! I want to go to bed! I have to wake up at 7 in the morning!
Listen, you have either a 20-minute adventure or there's a solution in town. Like maybe a block away.
We don't have to have the 20-minute adventure right now. We can fucking get session on the ride over because we made a decision.
No, you think we're gonna stop that? Nah. Session's gonna stop whenever you get to fucking Ginglerat.
God fucking damn it. Look. If you want to go ask the fucking hag, go ask the fucking hag, but you're making the decision.
Go talk to the hag.
Go talk to the
I'm
hag.
just gonna go talk to therapy hag. I'm not
Of
gonna
course,
say anything.
of course. Just
You
add
motherfucker.
another voice to the back of your head. Therapy hag may have like an agenda or a certain way of acting. Meanwhile, a hired agent may just do whatever the fuck it is you guys want. Bonk my microphone.
I say let's just get a plant to do it. They have no hidden agendas. They listen. It's a nice potted plant.
Feel
That was
inclined to
not one of the
disagree, knowing
options.
plants.
That was not
Another
one of
fuck was
the
a kitchen.
options, but thank you for your input, my good sir. And he just kind of and T-Log just or T-Log.
Who am I?
Tadori just kind of shudders a little bit.
What I'm saying, talking plant, probably good at politics.
Made him
He
with a
good
comb
at
over.
Politics. He doesn't have a P in his name.
No, you are talking to therapy hag. You shut your fucking mouth.
Someone please give me direction.
I'm trying.
Then make a
God
decision.
Damn it! I tried to.
Jodak's going to therapy hag.
Question.
I tried to
That is
make a
one therapy
decision,
hag.
but that bitch is piloting the fucking ship, so I don't get to.
Jodak goes to therapy hag. Therapy hag is in the middle of a therapy session. You are told to wait.
I'm just gonna write her a note. Hey, do you want to go to the Hells? Jodak. Leave it with a receptionist or somewhere where else you can see it.
You just kind of put it at the bottom of the tent, then you see one of the flaps just kind of, and then just bring the note inside. A little while later,
Respond.
the person inside leaves, and you see this mildly flustered-looking dwarf just kind of meandering away. Then the door opens, and she's just kind of sitting there in her chair, looking at your note, looks up at you. What? Why?
What? Well, I need to go find a good lawyer. I've been told that the Hells has some really good lawyers.
Why do you need a lawyer?
We're gonna go talk to some lawyery people in Kingograd, and I don't trust them to not try to,
So you don't need a lawyer as far as like legal battles go. You need a lawyer as far as making sure nobody enters a bad deal goes.
yeah. Exactly
Okay,
that.
that's not really a lawyer. That's anyone involved in politics and or that's good at listening.
Those things I am really bad at.
So, realistically, if this is important, I could probably go along instead. But the question still remains. What are you doing?
I'm hyperventilating.
Why do you feel as though you need someone to watch your words?
There's an organization in Kingograd that makes people sign contracts that, stops them from talking about certain topics. They keep doing things that I don't like, so I want to go get rid of them, or at least stop them from doing the stuff that they're doing.
So it sounds like your best case is not to sign any contracts.
Yes.
Which I
That
imagine
doesn't
is what
help me stop them from doing what they're
anyone
doing.
will. I'll tell you.
They might speak something in lawyer speak, and I don't understand lawyer speak. So I was going to grab someone just in case that could understand lawyer speak better than I can.
I love how he's just taking the entire fucking this was his idea is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, since it doesn't sound like you actually need to work with deals and just have someone with an ear for it, I could either contact someone or if you have a teleporty ship, right? If you head to Valued, I imagine that especially like a succubus or incubus would be willing to assist. But cheap? Well, monetarily cheap.
mean several different things, and I don't know if I want to ask what that could mean. But that brings me back to my question. Do you want to go to the Hells?
No.
No, why not?
It's no.
I thought it might be a neat little field trip.
No.
Aw. Okay. I'll let you be. Go back to your therapy. I'm sorry for bothering you.
You need to schedule a session.
Let me think. There's been a lot of things running through my head lately.
If you're back here in the next 5 days, we'll have a chat.
Alright. Sure.
Don't
I'll see you
forget.
later. I'm
And then
gonna go
you
back to the
step
tent with
back and
everyone else.
Tent closes.
I mean, you're gonna go back to the tavern with everyone else?
Yep. Tavern. Yep, tavern. That's the word. Alright. You ready to go?
Fucking where?
You said you wanted to go to what was it, Valude? Galadrius?
Cool.
And go pick up a...
But you
something?
didn't say that. It was
no,
a
I didn't
question.
confirm.
Because you were going to go to Attica, or you were going to bring the hag along. I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna stab him in the fucking throat while he sleeps and watch him bleed out.
Just making sure we were aware of the options.
That's fine. I understand. Can we
I
go
don't
now?
know anything about the Hells, so I didn't want to trust
I
the Hells
know
anymore.
quite a lot about the Hells,
You do.
actually.
But we don't. We as everyone else.
It's a lot of politics, and a lot of those politics sometimes end in being stabbed in the back, which then ends in being stabbed in the back, which then ends in being stabbed in the back,
Can I make
so
a
on and
request?
so forth.
You aren't making it sound any better.
Can I make
What,
a
Eric?
request? Just go there, grab the thing.
We are
Yeah.
going there and grabbing the thing.
Alright, cool.
But this is the conversation we're having all along the way.
It's fine. You have this conversation over the few hours that, Jesus Christ! And there's a picture from the Little Shop of Horrors just out of my peripheral.
Potted plant was never an option. Maybe, I don't know.
It's
Fuck it.
always an option.
It's an option.
That's a pretty convincing option.
In the basement of Siegebreaker. You hop into your ship, tell it to fly, send it into the Sea of Stars. I roll to make sure nothing terrible happens. It's a low chance. Alright, nothing terrible happens.
Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch.
You travel for a couple hours, and then you warp out above Valude. Valude, significantly more northern. Things are fucking cold here, or at least they would be if the smell of sulfur didn't permeate your senses and you notice not too far away there's active, like, volcanic activity. That's kind of warming this area. It's still snowy, but it's like just at the cusp of snowy availability. Looking down the architecture of the town, outside of the fuck huge pyramid that's there entirely out of place and kind of weird looking, there's a lot of like pseudo-militaristic style houses, and on those houses you can see a lot of like unnecessary architecture, like twisted metal rods and various things that you would expect in devilish iconography. It's got like that black metal aesthetic to it. Outside of the giant sandstone pyramid that somebody grew there.
Grew?
The whole thing, let's not get on.
Bag of beans.
Let's not talk about it.
So, would I know who the best proponent for legalese or political or whatever the fuck speaking would be?
No, but you can ask around after you bring the ship to a landing a little bit out of town.
Gonna do that.
And as people are going over and going, hey, that ship appeared from fucking nowhere, that's cool as hell. What's up with you guys? And trying to, especially the devilish people market things to you because money. You begin asking around. What exactly are you asking around for?
I need someone proficient in both legalese and political jargon bullshit to keep us from entering into something foolishly or being blindsided by said legalese or political jargon bullshit.
So do you need an in-between negotiator?
Or just someone that stands in the background going, hey, this is a bad idea.
But are you prioritizing potential negotiation and or like above the table making sure things are on board? Or are you prioritizing like an ear?
I don't think we're going to be I cannot speak for the rest of the party. I will not be making a single fucking deal in that hellhole.
Okay, so you're not looking for a deal, you're looking for someone to ensure that the entire conversations that are taking place are on board, like above everything's clear, open honesty.
Like, if I started talking to you, Arik, about a 3090 with 4 RAM cards of DDR6 and so on and so forth, your brain would start to explode.
My eyes have already crossed.
You would need someone to interpret what the fuck that meant. I would like to have that. Just in case I need it.
Yeah, it sounds like you want to go between negotiator.
Yeah.
They point you to an area somewhat near the pyramid where going in there, it looks like it's a bunch of devils, specifically like the succubus/incubus kind that render their services for a fee.
Well, it's the fee.
The fee is some life at the end of it.
How much?
Not enough to kill you, enough to put you out for a little bit if you're not able to, like, deal with that.
So are we talking if I have an average lifespan of 100, I go down to 90,
Now, they don't
80,
cut years
70?
away, it's just like energy.
Oh.
It's
Are
the
they cool with
standard.
signing a contract that they won't fucking enslave me or whatever the fuck? I don't know.
Well, you can sign theirs that basically state that.
Sure, I'll sign theirs and I'm good to go.
Part of it is it going to be single payer or multiple payer?
I will ask the party if they want to be multiplayer.
I'm sure they'd be down. They're in
Hey,
some
you
weird
all
shit.
you all want to pitch in, or do you want me to pay for it?
I only have
Plenty of
lollipops,
money.
but sure.
Well, not money, but energy, life energy.
Someone explained what a succubus/incubus is.
Yeah.
Oh. Sure.
Cool. Bashir? Whatever your name is, Jodak, that one. Keep forgetting Jodak. Why do I keep forgetting Jodak? God.
I don't know, maybe because it's the shortest name. No, it's not. Peon is.
Peon. I
I'll
sometimes forget Peon too, but anyway.
ask, 'cause I don't know what that will do to me.
You're good or bad? No or yes?
No.
Cool. Bashnir? I'm gonna take that as you're asleep.
He's muted.
He's muted. Fuck.
So the answer to
Athena,
that is
you're
maybe.
muted.
He should be asleep. So he probably needs to get up in
4
X
hours.
amount of hours.
Continue forging ahead. You can ask about him later.
multiplayer. Because Peon's on board. I'm going with that option.
Okay.
And we'll retcon it if Vashner says he's cool with it later. All we can do.
All right. Final question. Succubus or incubus?
Which one's better?
They're all the same. It's just a matter of one's a guy, one's a girl.
I have no preference. Peon?
Incubus, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, I have no preference. I don't care which one it is.
All right.
Is there a time limit on this, or is it until job completion?
Job completion.
Cool. Those are always the best. Cause hourly's a bitch. I'll be honest.
You do your paperwork. They sign on. This dude in a suit accompanies you and your group to your ship.
Do not fall off. You will die. And there will be nothing we can do for you.
Right.
Okay. Just a friendly warning.
Unless you can fly. In that case,
Or teleport.
still don't fall off.
Yeah, probably still not the best idea. I swear to God, Arik, if on the return trip back you roll a fucking really bad roll, I'm going to drive up to where you live and hurt you.
Oh yeah, I need to roll that.
I hate my life.
So now you're going from Valud to Kingelgrad.
Yep.
Alright. Roll dice.
Fuck. I don't like this long drawn out silence. I really don't like this long drawn out silence.
A giant potted plant appears.
I
Interesting.
really don't like this.
Laugh, I could do that.
Please. No.
Not today, as your journey is uneventful.
Oh.
Ah,
You don't. Neither of you want this. I know what this is. Neither of you want it. Trust me. Please. God.
know.
I gotta learn somehow, James.
We will all die. We will all be dead. Band of Iron over.
Yeah, you could get the same
No.
encounter that the other party had, where it's just a ship of Gif Yankee.
No.
Not so bad, but you get to
bad,
potentially
bad.
steal a ship.
They're vulnerable to psychic stuff. And I do psychic stuff.
Anyway, we make it to Valud.
No, you make it to Kingelgrad as you
That one. I'm
apparate
tired.
in the river above and descend onto the docks. Tying off the ship. You are now at the docks of Kingelgrad, and because this could go a couple different ways, especially seeing as someone has a revenge quest that he needs to complete, apparently. I've had it brought up many times. It seems so unbelievably petty, but you know, whatever, man. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and we'll continue this thing we're
Wednesday?
doing afterward. Yeah, Wednesday, if it happens, man.
I'm down.
Well,
Might be earlier. No. I will get off at like 9:15, so I won't be home until like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
you keep in mind, we've been down for the last 3 Wednesdays, and then not. So,
Yeah.
let's not be presumptuous. Be presumptuous. Presumptive. Bleh.
That's, well, you said presumptive, then presumptuous, then presumptive again.
And then I guess we get to see how you manage to deal with talking to someone who isn't afraid of you. Or desires to use you. Or wants to
That's-
use you that you don't want to be used by. We'll see.
Well, that's fine. The Emperor of Man isn't afraid of us, so it's fine.
Why would they be?
Well, you said you get to experience what talking to someone who isn't afraid of you is like.
Well, yeah,
that's that guy.
But then I also included, or, has partnership things with you guys. Currently, you are an asset to them.
Fair.
You're going
Anyway.
into this negotiation from a negative standpoint.
Hostile. I know.
It's very different.
That's why we got the interpreter.
Well, they're just there to do a charm on people to try to make sure that they're honest and forthright, and then make sure nothing slips by. And then at the
I know.
end, everybody that agreed to pay is going to get kisses, and then you're going to feel really bad for like a week.
I know.
That's how they work.
I know.
Except whenever they're being evil dickbots, like they were in the other characters' campaign, whenever they interacted with one, and totally isn't gonna, circle around and bite you guys in the ass on account of it. But we'll see. End of session. Everyone have a good day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.